Hello, beautiful soul seekers. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for showing up for me and thank you for showing up for yourself. Listening to these messages, I do believe that they are here for you because your soul is wanting you to know something. Something is calling you to discover something about yourself or hear a message of encouragement or empowerment that you may need for today or whenever you're tuning in. So, lately, this last week or so has been really heavy. I've been feeling a lot of uprooting of emotions, a lot of hard, hard emotions to work through. And I feel like this is a preparation time for the year of 2025. I feel that God wants to use a lot of beautiful souls out there for a beautiful purpose or to spread a message, to inspire, to show people a different way of living, viewing life, and all of these beautiful things. But in order to do these things, we have to not only physically prepare our bodies, but mentally, spiritually prepare our bodies to make sure we're not um, perpetrating or spreading the messages of fear or trauma onto others based on our own past traumas or past life traumas. And for me, the issue of abandonment and unhealthy attachments have really came up over the last week and a half. And I know that has something to do with the planets and all the astrological things that are going on, but I'm more of an energy reader. I'm not into astrology. I'm just now learning more and more about astrology, but from an energetic standpoint, I know a lot of abandonment wounds or unhealthy attachments have come up. And I've also been hearing a year with God, a year with God, a year with God. I feel like 2025 is going to be a living testimony for a lot of us beautiful souls out here. And like I said before, in order to get to that point, to get ready, we had to be aware of what is holding us back. And this is to be able to make room for God to be able to work in our lives. A lot of times when we have unhealthy attachments to relationships, jobs, or ideals, anything like that, we go into these situations trying to control outcomes. Like if something goes wrong, we're trying to scramble to find the pieces and make the puzzle fit the way we want it to fit so everything can go back to being normal. But sometimes in that chaotic disruption of energy holds beautiful messages of what is not healed, what is causing us to experience such um, heavy emotions or feeling unsettled. So we have to be able to release these things and to be aware of these things, and being aware of your shadows and being aware of the things that cause you pain or really throws you off center is a beautiful way to acknowledge those parts of you that may not be healed. I guess we can call those triggers, and what that trigger is really trying to teach you. I know we often, myself included, try to run from our triggers and try to fix the surface problem of what's going on in our environment, not realizing like this is an internal issue that we need to be able to sit with and understand and allow it to give us the information we need in order to heal it or be able to recognize it when it comes back up, because some things you're going to live with lifetimes. It's not like, oh, this is healed and you forget about it and it goes away. Some wounds are deep where it'll never go away, but now you recognize when you're reacting out of ego and fear instead of viewing it as an observer from a higher perspective. So I just wanted to come on here because I feel like God wants to really use a lot of you beautiful souls out there listening. And in order to do that, I feel God wants you to prepare and allow this purge to happen. You may already be experiencing it, or it may be coming soon within the new year, but I do want to tell you guys to prepare these last few days of 2024 and really dig into what has been worrying you, what has been constantly popping up like fears or stressors, and write these things down and allow yourself to really go over them and recognize, like, is this true? As you write it down and you read it to yourself, like, is this really true? Do I really think this? And most likely you'll be like, no. And you can start to recognize the pattern of how traumas can come up and we continue to suppress them so they don't fully allow themselves to be expressed, to get out of our body and our mind. I felt a lot of mental energy with this message, so I really feel like it's mental energy. I do feel like heart chakras, chambers of the heart, is clearing for a lot of you that are listening to this message. And I also received a download of be like a bull to these fears and worries and stressful situations. Be the bull. Do not allow yourself to be swayed and moved by these chaotic energies. Stand still, stand firm in your belief of self. At least stand firm in your belief that God wants good for your life. If everything else falls away, know that God is replacing it with good things and that God wants good things for your life always. It's never a what if or if you do. No, it's always. Even if you are not deserving, God wants these things for you in your life. Because sometimes when we are shaken and we're swayed back and forth with the things, these chaotic energies, we sometimes become indecisive. We're like going one way and then we get shook and we sway and we get distracted and we start going another way and we have to get shook again to get back on the path that we were on. So this is a time to really do the work before the new year. And I really believe, like, even into the new year, the first 2 weeks from now, the first 2 weeks of the new year, sit down and do this work and prepare and plan and allow yourself to envision how you want 2025 to be, because God is going to make your life a living testimony. I feel this message for a lot of beautiful souls out there. Your life is going to be a living testimony. But that is the message that I have for today. I thank you so much for tuning in with me, and I thank you for allowing me to guide you, to be a beautiful earthly guide here, because as you are learning, I am learning, I'm healing, and I'm journeying just like you. So I thank you all so much for being here, and thank you to the new subscribers for joining the Soul family. And as always, I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye for now.